Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by heavyweight contender Daniel Dubois. Just before the press conference kicks off for his big comeback fight, Back Stronger is the tagline, against Bogdan Dinu. And Dan, you've only had a few weeks in the new Shane McGuigan camp, but how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go. Ready to do some destruction. I'm ready.
Look very sharp. Maybe drop a few pounds this week. How hot it's been?
I know. Yeah. No, we're ready, man.
I'm glad to hear it. What sort of things, I mean, we got a glimpse when we saw you in the gym, but what sort of things have you been working on with Shane McGuigan so far?
Well, he's been showing me the way he does things, and I've been getting used to his style. But really, I've been training for this fight a while now, so I'm ready, whatever comes Saturday.
What have been the key differences between some of the work you were doing previously with Jimmy Tibbs and Stephen Andrews and those guys, and what you've started doing now with Shane McGuigan? Well,
it's different, I've moved on now and I adapt quickly to whatever style I'm with. So, we'll see on Saturday what the difference is and what changes I've made.
What can you tell us about Bogdan Dinu that we might not already know? Have you watched much of him?
I know enough. He's what he is. He's a fight that I got to make. I can make as hard or as easy as I make it. That's what I see it as, and I want to go in there and win in devastating fashion, and put in a good performance. And so, that's what it is.
And there was a press release that came out yesterday talking about you potentially fighting Joe Joyce again. It was obviously a close fight right up until the finish. How much of a desire is there on your part to run that through again?
Oh, big desire. I want to right that wrong, as well as once I've gotten this out of the way, then yeah, I'd love to fight Joe again and fight for who knows, maybe even world title. That would be great.
What would you do differently, without giving too much away, in a rematch with Joe? As you said in the press release, it was a very close fight. What would you do to make that little bit of difference, to make sure you're the one with your hand raised?
Well, I don't know. Just more thinking, dodge more shots and that sort of stuff.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah. Has Shane spoken to you about that fight at all, in terms of what he would have had you doing differently, perhaps, if he was in the corner that night?
Yeah, he's told me a few things. Not gone into no detail. We don't need to. I've moved on now, and I've left that behind me now. So I'm clearing the path, walking towards the light.
And tell us about the whole Back Stronger tagline and the kind of partnership with Peter Crouch and his podcast.
Well, it's all the Back Stronger thing. It's not just they're just words, but I'm a man of the future, as I said before, and I want to walk into the future, clear, a clean slate, that's how I look at it anyway, and go in there and just do what I do and get back in on my feet.
Do you feel there might be less pressure on your shoulders now? You were coming up, you were young, everyone was talking about you, unbeaten record, big power puncher. Most of those things are still true. You're still young, you're still a power puncher, but now you've had that loss on your record, although you wouldn't have asked for it. Does it take some of the pressure off?
I don't know, It's still always been the same for me. I never seen it as that. I'm not part of the hype. I'm a fighter, and I want to be a real fighter and stay real. And so the pressure for me is what I live for, and that the buzz and the fight, and I love to entertain.
When you say you want to stay real and be a real fighter, what does that look like to you? How do you keep your feet on the ground, if you like?
I'm just being a master, trying to be a master anyway at what I do, and just learning and we made some changes now, so I think this is going to be it. This is going to be the best part of my career.
When you look at your own performances, are there specific things that you look at and think, that's what I want to get better at? Because everyone says you've got a great jab, you've obviously got a lot of power. Is it maybe setting those traps for the opponents? Is it defensively? What do you want to get better at?
Probably a lot of questions there.
Just basically, elements of your game do you want to improve?
Yeah, just all round really. There's no real part specifically. I want to improve all round and be more of a finisher, a better set up the attacks and stuff like that you're going to see as time goes on.
It's early days with Shane, of course, but how are you getting on with him and your bond, and also the other guys in the gym?
Yeah, we're all going on, really well. There's quality in the gym, and there's good fighters in the gym. I get good work in the gym. Lawrence Okolie, world champion, and that success breeds success. So that's what we're dealing with now.
What's sparring with Okolie been like? We saw some pictures. You'd had like 3 separate sparring partners on the same day, but he was one of them. What's that like?
It's a good experience. I've sparred Okolie loads in my past. We had, coming up, we were both at the sort of same level. Now he's world champion, and now I've got someone there that can, I can sharpen off of and work off of, having a world champion in the gym is always good.
Frank Warren, in the build-up to the fight between you and Joe, always said that whoever loses the fight, they will be brought back. They won't just be abandoned. You're in here with a chance to become WBA mandatory, so he certainly lived up to his word. Just a comment on that and how they've kind of stuck by you and they're pushing you even harder now.
That's nice, really. That's nice to hear. And these opportunities are there. So all that I need to do now is fight and win and do what I love to do, and go out there and perform.
Give us a prediction. Beyond the usual, it's going to be a devastating performance.
Oh, yeah, the same again, man. It's I'm coming to fight and coming to show that this is real. This comeback is on. Let's get it on.